I grew up wanting to be a medical doctor. I was fascinated by doctor's white coat and stethoscope. Stethoscope. Did I pronounce it right? I think so. Stethoscope. Okay. I was fascinated by all that, and I just wanted to be a doctor at that time. So my father also wanted me to be a doctor actually. So I grew up with that passion of, oh, I want to be a doctor, I want to work in the hospital and be wearing that white coat up and down, looking cute and all that. But hey, that was not what happened. So let me share my story with you. The first problem is at that time I was not good with maths. Like, I'm not really good with maths. When I started my senior year, SS1, SS2, SS3, and we started physics, chemistry, and all that. I was not good with that. I was really good with English, biology, history, government at that time. And if I recall, I think one of my class teacher, my English teacher, said that, see, Azizat, you're not for science, that you should switch to art course. And I was like, no, I want to be a doctor, so no problem, I can handle it. So I really did not know at that time what I wanted. I was not really properly counseled. So I just want to be a doctor. So behold, I finished my secondary school as a science student. You know, if you're in Nigeria, after your secondary school, you have to sit for UTME, JAMB, that is JAMB exam, for you to get admission into tertiary institutions. So I finished my secondary school 2013, but I was not able to register for JAMB that 2013. So I registered for JAM 2014. So 2014 was when I registered for my first JAM. And at that time, you know, that kind of, you've already planned your life that, oh, I'm going to start school by 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017. In fact, I'll finish with my degree by 2018. I'm already serving and blah, 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 blah. By the time I was 22, I will already be like a graduate and started working and all that. But that's not what happened. So I wrote my first jam 2014 and it was not good. I got a very poor score. I got 142. Well, from that moment on, I started like, hey, this is not how I planned it. This is not how I wanted it. But let's see what will happen next year. 2014, after I failed my first jam, my father kind of asked me to apply for a remedial and in a state university, and also applied for pre-ND in Federal Polytechnic at that time. So I applied both, but the first admission came the remedials, the state university. But at that time, my father made the decision that okay, it would be best for me to go for pre-ND. And I think what really shaped his decision was because my brother and one of my sister was already in Federal Polytechnic. So he kind of, okay, actually, it will be easy for me to just go to where I have people that will take care of me and all that. So that was how I forfeit the admission of the remedials and took the pre-ND. So it was pre-ND animal health. So from I want to be a doctor to now I am to study pre-ND animal health for 1 year. So I started that 20 towards the end of 2014, 2015. So 2015 I registered for another jam and I wrote jam and oof, still did not get the score I wanted. I got 182. So from 142 the first time to 182. So I applied for MBBS to change into microbiology at ATVU at that time. I did not get admission. And I did not get admission. It was microbiology and I was a multi-indigene. So I did not get admission. I don't know why or what happened at that time, but I'm glad it did because it just shaped me. So everything that happened, like it was not planned, but at the end of the day, it was just perfect for me. After I failed to get admission into university, I I then started my ND, that is National Diploma, still at Federal Polytechnic Bauchi. So after pre-ND Animal Health, I now switched to ND SLT, that is Science Lab Technology, and it was just like, okay, this thing will prep you for your MBBS by the time you get admission, blah, 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 blah. So I did ND1, ND2. By ND2, around 2017, I registered for another JAM again. I registered for JAM. This time around, I think I got 218 or something. And I was, I think I was, I applied for BUK and I could not get admission in BUK. So after ND, I did not get admission in BUK, and it was just like, ooh. By that time, the realization has started setting in that, oh, Aziza, this thing that you're planning is not going to work the way you wanted. And by that time, I was already losing interest in science course because I started writing in 2017. I was writing House of Fiction at that time, so I started losing interest. And even back then, I loved reading. I loved the idea of writing, but I just did not know that, okay, I would have gone for writing rather than sticking to, I want to be a doctor kind of a thing. But everything happened for a reason. So at that time, I've started losing interest in science. I don't really know. I was not even fancying doing science again and being a medical doctor again because I did my 1 year IT, my 4 months IT in a hospital, and kind of the sight of blood, the injections, and everything that I was seeing. And kind of, I said, this is not for me. I cannot handle this. So from that moment, I was like, ooh, I don't think you are meant to be a doctor or even a science kind of to go through science career or something of that nature. But I finished my ND, SLT, and I did my 1 year IT still at a laboratory at a clinic. So, but at that time, I was really not into um, going for MBBS again. Even when they said I should apply for direct entry and see whether I'll get MBBS, I was like, no, it will be hard, but let me try physiotherapy. Yeah, was it physiotherapy? Yeah, I think physiotherapy. So I applied for direct entry and I wrote the exam, applied ABU. Yeah, ABU, I think so. So I did not I did not get admitted into ABU. I was not given admission and I was like, that's it. That's it, Aziza. That's the end of your medical journey or whatever it is that you want with medicine. So at that moment, I think I've already said to myself that that's the end of it. I'm just going to stick with what I have. So I applied for HND biochemistry at my former school where I did my ND. So I got admission into biochemistry to be precise. So what happened was 2014, we were supposed to finish ND 2017, sorry, not 14, 2017, but there was strike, I think 7 month strike, which led us to not finishing at that year. So we kind of finished ND 2018, I think March 2018 or so. So towards the end of 2018, I've applied for HND and I've started, and I got admission and I started my HND. So 2018, 2019, HND1, HND2, we had to resume for HND2 2020. Then COVID strike and everywhere was locked down. There was no school. So that particular year, I think we resumed school around November 2020. So kind of I was able to graduate 2021. So 2021 instead of 2020 because of COVID. After graduating with HND, that is Higher National Diploma in Chemistry Biochemistry, at that moment I've already prepared myself. I've already know what I wanted, and I've already talked to myself that, see, Aziza, don't go for science course again because this is not what you want. For the first time, just follow your heart and do what you really want. So the idea of marketing, the idea of business, the idea of management, what was occurring to me, what I started getting interested in because of all the non-fiction books I've started reading. So I was kind of fascinated with business, with management, leadership, marketing, and all that, aside writing. So I said to myself, so if I want to further my education, it has to be under business management or something of that nature, or writing. So later on, I chose writing. So 2021, after I graduated, I went for service 2022 to beginning of 2023. So after my service, I came back and I said to my father that I want to apply for PGD because since I want to bridge from a science course to another course, business, I have to do a postgraduate diploma. So I said, wow, at this stage, I need to just do what I want to do. I remember I told my brother that I want to do PGD management, and he was like, why won't I do it in education or PGD public health? And I said, no, almost most of my friends that came back for PGD were doing PGD public health. And I said, no, now at this age, I know what I want to do. I know what I love. I know what I want to be doing for the longest time. So, and it was not science. So I switched to management. I chose PGD management and I enrolled for that. And 2023, I did my PGD to, I think we wrote our final exam in December 2023 and finished project January 2024. So After PGD management, my plan was to do MBA. Still, I got questions why not MSc and not MBA, and I just say this is what I want, and for sure this is what I want. MBA is what I want, not MSc. I don't see myself doing academic, following or pursuing academic line, and I really have this plan and focus that okay, after my MBA, I think I will just stop at that. I am not interested in doing PhD or something of that nature. I might change my mind later on, but at the moment my interest is just to finish MBA and just do other things rather than just focusing on just building my portfolio with too many qualification. I might do other courses here and there, online courses, open university courses, especially writing and business and management and marketing and all that. But I don't really see myself doing MSc, doing PhD and all that. I don't see myself doing that. So all in all, why am I even sharing this story? I'm sharing this story because there are people like me out there who have this passion for something or have this dream that I want to be this, I want to be that, and at the end of the day, they are not able to achieve their dream, or that particular passion switched to another thing or changed to another thing. And I'm totally fine with the outcome, even though had I know it would have been a short journey, I would have just done maybe a degree or a diploma in either writing, management, or even mass communication rather than following the science courses that I did. So I hope you learned something from this, my story. And if I get admission for MBA, I'm definitely going to do a video to let you know that I've gotten admission and I've started doing MBA. And I'm going to take you on a journey of how my MBA life is going about, because I did not document my MD, my HND journey. So definitely, if I start MBA, I'm going to document my journey. Sometimes what we plan is not really what we end up having. We plan for things and then things just go sideways and you end up with something that you do not plan for, and it's perfectly okay. My 10-year academic journey taught me to be patient and to just accept it as it is. Although if I am to start now, or if at that time I know what I know now, I wouldn't go through this 10-year journey doing what I did. But at that time, I was a teenager. I don't know, I was still under the influence of my parents, and there was no really particular guidance and counseling that kind of give me or motivated me into doing or knowing what I want to do. But I'm glad so many people now are opting out to do what they love and to even recognize what they love from their early stage. You find out some kids, even from 10, 12, 13, they are already certain that this is what I want to do, this is what I want to be, and they'll be able to follow it up till adulthood. And especially if you have understanding parents that do not bother you or try to influence you or try to force their decision on you, then you'll be able to communicate what you want. And even at a point where you change your passion or you change your career goal, you'll be able to communicate with them and they'll be able to support you. So I hope you like this video, and if you do, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.